How dudes? Yeah, this one's another session about regional resolution, free world focus, sovereign native freedom, independent native freedom, whatever. These just keywords or focus points as an independent thinker that I'm putting together to try and help bring a free world amongst us. Yeah, some statistics I'm going to go through. Yeah, so there's 4.8 trillion pounds in debt is this country, UK at the moment in debt, and it's going up about £5,170 a second. There's 15 million of us not voting since 2001, and about 2005 there were 17 million of us not voting. Why are we still under a fallen corrupt system that we've beaten fair and square in their own deceitful democratic system, that we are really the real first in the post? Is a question that needs to be basically spoke more about and discussed and dealt with, because we are actually being hoodwinked. You know, we could have a better world for ourselves. What is the quota of populace that basically will break them as well, you see? Because if we've got to 17 million in 2005, so what is it, 18 million that'll break them? Is it 19 million that'll break them? Is it 20 million that'll break them? And by rights, we shouldn't have to break them because they've already been broke. Do you see what I mean? By 15 million of us, which is about a million and a half more than the Conservative or Labour when they come in. You know, they're second in the post, or they're still called deceitfully they're first in the post, which is not. So, I mean, people that are in hobnobbing around all these politicians in House of Lords and House of Commons who can try and extract the information for those who do know what is the quota of populace that breaks them. If you do hear this vlog, I was call out you to sort of like put it forward for people to tell us what it is, you know, in a mainstream public sort of arena of media, if and when you can, if you can find the information. Because once we know that target, now we know what now we know what we need to get to as a people by not voting. You know, all these other parties like Reform and UKIP, you know, they're just deceitful auxiliary parties in deceitment to keep everybody voting. You know, there's only 800,000 people like voting on the Green Party. I mean, what's the point in them? You know, there's really just a two-horse race, really, isn't it, against the Conservative and the unheard third. You know, I mean, Labour's really just Conservative in red rosettes. There's no difference. There never has been any difference between any of them, right? They're all just, you know, just deceitful governmental parties that are here to protect the banking fiat currency system and keep us enslaved, you see. Here's what we could do as a resolution, is counter them, their 5-step fortification that I've broken down to see what it is. To get ourselves back into the first estate, the golden yuga, or known as the Krita Yuga administration. So firstly, we don't vote. Secondly, we become a neutral military system, as a military for the public, for air, land and sea. 3, we become non-monetary, clear all our debts, consolidate all housing and hospitalisation into the first estate. And then we condense what we need and what we don't need here. No one loses out because we become non-monetary, so no one's life is in jeopardy, like losing your house or anything else. And then, we get into step 4, is we enable the timeshare template 3913 and 44473. 30 weeks between 4 people in every duty, rather than one person doing that duty for 48 weeks. Then we give everyone 39 weeks, or we can use 7 weeks and 3 days between 7 people, giving everyone 44 weeks and 4 days back, so it's roughly 10 months. So the choice of either timeshare template, where best suits an industry, probably you'll find it'll be 3913 is more the common one. As I said, probably 7 3 444, 7 weeks and 3 days between 7 people, probably be the one you'd use in things like sort of fruit picking, you know, things like that, you know. But anyway, and then you've got 5, which is decriminalise all drugs and have more rehab stations, 24 hours, drop-in centres and long-term retreats. This isn't a political movement at all. This is an anti-political system, what I'm talking about. You don't need politics at all. You see, you just need each other to cover all the local duties, as I was saying, by using these templates. All the locals covering all local, and then every 3 months, at the same time, every more 3 months, you've got new people coming in the quarter year. You cover all the local issues, which are basically usually just prompting stuff to be done, like tarmacking roads or do things like that, or voting for things, yes or no. But it's just all done on online local assembly between all the locals for every local issue. Since we live here, we've got the right to say what stays and don't stay in yes or no in voting, yes or no, or prompting stuff in the local industries or duties. See, it's really kind of that simple, and we've got to bring it back down to this rustic simplicity. I'll leave it there for now, but yeah, I haven't done any of these for a while, and I just thought I'd just say it again, you know. Anyway, have a good one, folks, and I'll speak soon probably. See you later.